Mr. President, Madam Secretary General, distinguished colleagues, I have the honor to speak on behalf of 26 countries which are members of the European Union. We congratulate Azerbaijan for hosting this conference, and we thank ITU and its development sector and the Office for Europe for their support. We are committed to bridging the digital divides, deploying secure and trusted digital infrastructure, and developing capacities across all regions. Digital development is at the core of the international digital strategy of the EU and is a key pillar of the global gateway, which is Europe's offer for connecting the world, with public and private investments and partnerships by 2027, and has so far mobilized over 306 billion euro for sustainable and high-quality projects building smart and secure connections globally. Global Gateway, including its promoting of early warning mechanisms, shows our commitment to digital transformation. Mr. President, as we see WTDC as an important opportunity to strengthen ITU work on the 2030 agenda and achieving the SDGs and the Paris Agreement. Digital transformation can and should help tackle climate change and achieve sustainable development while paying attention to the need to mitigate potential adverse effects of digital technologies on the environment. Furthermore, a human-centric and human rights-based approach is key to progressing towards a safe, resilient, trustworthy, and ethical digital future. We trust these principles will be reflected in the Baku Declaration, in the new ITU-D Action Plan, and in the relevant resolutions. We are committed to inclusion, equality, and equity. The principles of non-discrimination, gender equality, protection, and empowerment of individuals and marginalized communities in vulnerable situations, and universal access must be reinforced and mainstreamed in ITU's work in the development sector as cornerstone of meaningful connectivity. To this end, we support the European CPs as presented by CEPT. We believe fair and equitable access to fiber optic cables as well as space resources is key to concretely achieving universal and meaningful connectivity. In today's space economy, satellite systems are pivotal to connect the remaining 2.6 billion people still offline, and their relevance should be considered in the new ITU-D Action Plan. In this context, the ITU also has an important role in ensuring effective management of spectrum and satellite orbit resources. Mr. President, we thank ITU for its support to Ukraine in rebuilding its telecommunications infrastructure, whereas a lot more needs to be done due to Russia's ongoing war against Ukraine. EU support goes to the rebuilding of telecommunications infrastructure in all countries affected by crisis and war. Let me recall that the ITU Radio Regulations Board urged the administration of Russian Federation to investigate and seize harmful satellite and RNSS interferences affecting neighboring countries, including several EU member states. The board confirmed that independent measurement data had geolocated the sources of these interferences within the territory of the Russian Federation, as well as the occupied territory of the Crimean Peninsula. These repeated disruptions, endangering civilian lives at times, constitute a serious violation of the ITU's legal framework, including the principles and norms enshrined in the ITU Constitution and radio regulations. These interferences are unacceptable and must stop. The work of ITU's regional offices is key, and we are grateful for the cooperation on the review of the ITU's regional presence. We encourage ITU to strengthen synergies with other UN agencies to avoid duplications and ensure effective support. I conclude by restating our willingness to work with all regions to bridge the digital divides and achieve the SDGs. We wish all good luck for a successful WTDC. I thank you.